Real people, real cases. This is Verdict Watch.
Hearing on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Edward Lucas on behalf of Christopher Willis. Christopher Willis.
You're requesting an adjournment.
That's correct, Your Honor. I'd like to address the bond conditions at the appropriate time.
All right. Probable cause conference will be adjourned March 27, 2025, 9 a.m. As to bond.
Regarding bond in this case, there are 2 counts of resisting that are currently charged. And one of the bond conditions, there was an individual that was present during the event that occurred. And one of those individuals, there was a no contact that was put in place, a no go to. The person in question is his girlfriend that he shares children in common. And then since he was arraigned, he's been having to reside at a different location and have his mother and her mother assist with exchanges of the children just to get the kids back and forth. But they do reside together. They tend to stay together. There was no charge of domestic violence. And certainly the report can speak for itself and the prosecutor can have their opportunity to give a statement. But I'd like the no go to provisions lifted. I like the no contact lifted.
Response.
Your Honor, just for backstory, the facts of this case involved the defendant was attempting to rent a U-Haul. He was basically got into a disagreement, argument with the person working at U-Haul over his ability to rent it. They contacted the police because of the way he was behaving. As the police arrived on scene, as they were attempting to make contact with the defendant, he was arguing with someone, a female who may or may not have been his girlfriend. I'm not sure about that. She was basically trying to calm him down. And based on what the police reported, he shoved her away. And that's when the police were like, we're going to place you under arrest. And then he fought with the police officers. So that's the basis for why that bond condition is made there. That individual is not a victim on this offense. There was no assault and battery or anything charged out of that conduct. That said,
But I mean, she would be a material witness.
She would be a witness, yes. And I think that based on those facts, while they certainly didn't lead to a separate charge, I would ask that that condition remain in effect at least for the time being.
If I just may add, Your Honor,
Go ahead.
I've been able to review the video. Everything was seen on body cam. That individuals here and present in the court today would be able to address the court if there's any concerns with contact.
I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to leave that condition in place. Maybe at this time. The Washtenaw address is the U-Haul place, is that right?
That's correct.
Because I have 2 places. And so let's see what they did. I mean, and I understand what you're saying, that there haven't been charges regarding a domestic. However, and maybe that's because of what was presumed to be her status, but theoretically, I guess, if the allegations of the people are true, there could be, at which then these conditions would go into place.
Mhm.
And so I'm going to sort of take the broadest sense of things. And so I'm not going to deny your request to change bond. That may change once the examination comes around and you are before Judge Moore, or at some point you can take another look at that. But given what I'm hearing today, I think the bond condition is appropriate given the circumstance. And so bond will continue, motion for bond reduction is on.
Next case on the docket.
Simon, on behalf of Ms. Ryan, Stephanie, state your name.
Stephanie Sarine.
I have before me a plea form that indicates that the defendant will be pleading guilty to the charge of use of a Schedule I to controlled substance. And that plea, I guess, is being taken under 7411.
That's correct.
There's also, and upon a successful plea to that charge, count one would be dismissed. There's also the agreement between the parties of no upfront jail. However, this is not my case. I cannot buy Judge Barr to that, so the parties should be aware of that.
And I explained that to my client and she signed it out, the sentencing judge waived.
All right, very good. May I have her sworn?
You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
State your name.
Stephanie Sarine.
All right, ma'am, it is this court's understanding you're going to plead guilty to the charge of use of a Schedule I or II controlled substance. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration, a $2,000 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You understand also, ma'am, that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge and you would be sentenced before Judge Barr
Yes,
in
Your
the
Honor.
1482 District Court.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, understanding all of that, you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
You signed an advice of rights form, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any question regarding any of those rights?
No, Your Honor.
Please look at paragraph 5. Those are your rights, which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of rights.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, Your Honor.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes, Your Honor.
of your own free will
Yes, Your Honor.
and because you believe that you are indeed guilty of this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Between the dates of February 23rd, 2023 and March 16, 2023, at the location of 5301 East Huron River Drive, Superior Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, did you have a Schedule I or Schedule II controlled substance in your possession?
Yes.
All right. Did you have any authority to have either one of those in your possession?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And had you used them?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Counsel?
I do want to clarify one thing.
Yes.
My client is not on probation or parole to any other court. She's actually technically on probation with to Lara, correct?
All right. Have I complied with the court rule and would it be proper to accept?
The people are satisfied.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
True.
I will get right there, right?
Court will accept the defendant's plea to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 1482 probation. Sentencing in this matter will be
Before Judge Barr.
April 15, 2025, 10 a.m. before Judge Barr.
Okay. Your Honor, we're going to work on maybe moving that date and ask the court if it would permit a travel request from April 9 to April 15th. My client's parents, who are actually sitting in the car out in the lot, have family travel to Florida and they want their daughter to join them.
I kept shaking my head no, and he kept talking. He just wasn't paying attention. That's 2. That and the staple, Simon. What are the dates of travel?
April 9 to April 15.
And you'll be returning on the 15th?
Mhm.
All right.
Yes.
I'll allow that, only subject to one caveat. If for whatever reason, the date does not get moved in 1482 for sentencing, then you cannot go. or you must come back on the 14th. You have to be at sentencing. Okay?
Thank
Very
you.
good.
Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
A gentleman from the earlier block was looking for a public defender. And I'm just
Oh, okay.
Find one.
He just needs to throw a stone. I'm sure he'll hit one. I shouldn't say that.
Sometimes it's harder than it.
Yeah, it is. All right. I called the Baker matter.
Thank you. Andrew Childers appearing on behalf of the people.
Nicholas Stern on behalf of Mr. Baker, Your Honor, who appears before you via Zoom.
All right. Mr. Baker, can you state your name, please, sir?
Brandon Baker.
Thank you. All right. What are we doing today?
Now, it's my understanding that Mr. Baker will be entering a plea to count 2 on the complaint. The count 1 of felonious assault would be dismissed. And I would just place on the record, I wouldn't necessarily call this a plea agreement. Based on my review of the facts of the case, I don't believe that this case was properly charged. That count 1 should not have been charged. And it's my understanding that Mr. Baker will enter a plea to the count 2, which is fail to report property damage accident.
Okay. Is that a correct statement, counsel?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. Okay. Mr. Baker, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. State your name again for the record, please, sir.
Brandon Baker.
All right. Sir, it is this court's understanding that you are going to be pleading guilty to the charge of failure to stop at the scene of a property damage accident involving an attended vehicle. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days incarceration and a $100 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I understand. And I also do have to advise you that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Washington in the 14B District Court. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today to get you to plead?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, Your Honor.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
Yes, Your Honor.
And also because you believe that you are indeed guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
October 22nd, 2024, I-94 near Wired Road in Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan. Were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Were you involved in an accident?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What happened with regard to that accident?
Your Honor, if I could ask him a direct leading question.
Yeah, that's fine if you want to go on to your
Mr. Baker, after you were involved in that accident, you did not report it immediately to the authorities, correct?
Correct.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay. And you did know or had reason to know that you were involved in that accident. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And I guess there's one other piece to this. Not only did you not report it, you did not stop or try to render aid where necessary or leave identifying information regarding yourself. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. Very good.
People are satisfied. Thank you.
All right. Court will accept the defendant's plea to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered, I guess, at 14B. Sentencing in this matter will be April 17, 2025. What time? I'm sorry. 10 a.m. before Judge Washington.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you. Bond continued. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching Verdict Watch. New court drama every day. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a case. Leave a comment with your thoughts. We're watching too.